I'm back. Did Bantz also say something about this truck cutting or what? Is that Chief? Or can you hear me? I don't know. Yep. Is it also Bantz who complained about this truck cutting or? Okay. Yeah, we're loading in now.
We can hear you, Icewind, on stream.
Sorry?
We can hear Ice on stream.
Oh, really?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again for another round of HTAR at the Apex Racing. We've got myself on mic, Ocean Chief, with Icewind. Almost forgot your name
Yep.
there.
Yep. Yeah, it was
Oh,
such a long race we just did, so yeah.
yeah, sorry, I just saw a car at the side of the road there. Of course, India looks like John Fortnite has a wheel off. So
Yeah.
yeah, we are into qualifying. There's been 5 minutes so far. Two guys have crashed out already. We see the rain here, and Ice, you were saying it's going to be raining in
Yep.
the race.
Yep. Yeah, I've got weather report from Keyboard Magnuson here, and he said that it's gonna rain this entire quali, and then also light rain in the race for seemingly the whole duration. So we'll see what it is actually, but that's what the forecast is saying.
Okay, so
And
everybody's out. I wonder if this rain's going to get heavier during qualifying or
yeah,
just
I
maintain.
think the grip is already getting worse. So those guys who have now set a time are in a pretty good spot here.
Yep. We've got a few guys about to cross the line here. We've got Mayday Force and a McLaren ahead. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Mayday Force getting a bit of a squiggle on as he comes out of the last corner and crosses the line and puts himself P7.
Yeah.
So there is still time out
Gonna
there.
have seconds off. But yeah, of course, if you haven't set a time yet, you want to do it anyway for track position. And just it's one guy here who has not set a time is Mr. Luke, aka Vexit, who's the championship leader, and he's look like he's in the pit. So it's not been a good start for our championship leader here. It's just not decided. Did he actually go out at all? Just gonna have a quick look here. Yes, he set a time, but it was invalidated. So
Okay.
yeah, that's
That will sting. That will definitely sting him.
yeah.
We've got Buska here, a new guy, I see. P17, he's on his outlap at the minute. Let's have a look at him.
Yeah.
Buska Red Bull Racing. So yeah, he is on a outlap, about to start his hot lap. He's got DRS open, so DRS still open. It's technically a dry track, even though it's looking a bit moist out there at the minute. Buska struggling on the exit of turn 2 there, almost went into the wall, managed to save it, but that will cost him a bucket load of time as he creeps his way through the rest of the lap here. We're seeing a yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like, I think that might have been Luca just pulling over to the side there. But you can see him coasting, Buska coasting around the corner here. Back end just wants to fly out and kill you.
Yeah, it's very slippy out there.
Ooh.
Somebody actually put intermediates on Mario. Yeah, but let's look at this lap from Seth. So, okay.
Oh, Buska's right off at the final hairpin. He just got a wrong in traction. The car just span him out. He did 360 there, so he's
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong guy. I thought you were talking about Sapso, but that's
Let's have a look at Sapso in the Mercedes. So he's on the back straight then.
Yeah, I think he's invalidated this lap because he went completely straight at the third chicane. Yep, he's gonna try and start again here. But it's gonna be interesting to see what this weather actually is, because Keyboard Magnuson was saying that it's light rain in the race. But I guess that will mean intermediates. But we did have that one strange race in this league in particular, right? In Australia, where it was raining from the start, and we still did like 8 laps on the dries. So we'll see what the weather actually is gonna do for us here.
Yeah. So right now we're looking at Rover pole position, and I doubt anyone's going to contest that right now as you see the track getting wetter and wetter.
Did Stitch actually just set that time still on those mediums? Yes, he did. So that's
wow. So there is time out there, yeah.
How did he do that? So he's somehow done a 17.5. Maybe the track isn't as bad as we think it is. 47.3 for Safso in the middle sector. I'm just gonna try, and he's about a second off, so he could still put in a pretty comparable lap time here.
Yeah, I suppose if you think about it, there's no spray coming up from the wheels at the back.
16.7, whoa, look at that.
Wow.
It's only coming down.
Wow. I mean, the put pole on at this late point in a session is one thing, but to do it in wet conditions as the track's It looks like it's getting wetter, but
And Sapso's gonna actually do a
P4.
727. He did a really good final sector there. So
There still is time
I'm
out
not
there to
really
be
making
found.
sense of these conditions right now. It's a strange one. Everybody seems to be, well, Mario has set a time on the intermediates 18.9, but it looks like the dry tires are still the faster option here.
Yep, and I'm watching
Oh,
Orlando.
see how it hits the wall ahead of Safso into. Oh, that's
Where
yeah.
was it? Where
Yeah,
was that?
sorry.
Was that Wall of Champs? No.
No, it was the second chicane.
Okay, Orlando's about to
Just
cross the line here. He is got DRS open, cross the line P15, so he's last of the people with times on the board. Got Pixel as well, hasn't set a time. Buska, the new guy, and Rafiki Wolf.
Yeah, that's earlier I said Luke Vexit was in a bit of a pickle here, but he's managed to set a time for a P5 actually, so maybe he can get away with the first invalidation after all.
Yeah, he's very lucky. I think the rain is getting heavier. It looks like it anyway from the pit lane.
Yeah, it's difficult to say, but just trying to see here who is out there on a lap. Oh, Bucks almost spun in turn one.
Cognitive psychology looks like he's on a lap. He's on the back straight. He's approaching the final chicane. This is going to be super tricky in these conditions, but he navigates it successfully. Oh, I
Oh!
spoke too soon. Yeah,
Yeah,
he gets the power
just
down and
lost it on power.
yeah, and puts
Yeah, and ends up 2.5 seconds down.
yeah. Oh well. It's worth a try. Worth a
Oh, look
try.
at that.
I wonder
I
if he
think
was approaching that last corner going, he's got some time to make up, so just floored
yeah.
that accelerator. Pixel's joined the session, so he's having connection issues. That's why he hasn't got a time on the board.
So what I'm kind of wondering here, why is Rafiki, for example, out there on mediums? That makes no sense at all under these conditions. You would
Yeah.
definitely want to be, if you're gonna go out on the dry tires, you would want to be out there on the softs, because they are, if it's, oh, cognitive psychology there in the wall. But yeah, if it's damp conditions, the soft tire set is by far the best one of the dry tires in the rain. So I don't really understand why he's out there on the mediums.
Yeah,
He's definitely just losing time here.
watching Luke at the minute. He's about to start his lap. Yeah, so we'll follow him as he goes around, and we'll see how tricky the conditions look from his
Not
point
too
of view.
bad into turn 1 and 2. Pretty good. Oh, and as I say that, he almost loses the rear. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look here. In the meanwhile, Rafiki is about to cross the line on those mediums, and I think he's gonna set something like a 120 here. Yep, so 120 flat. And I just honestly don't understand why he wanted to set that time on those mediums. He would have been at least a second or 1.5 seconds faster on softs.
I'm still following Luke at the minute here. He's navigated around pretty successfully. It's been tidy enough, apart from that
2.5
sector 1
seconds
incident.
up.
Yeah, looking good for him. So where's that going to put him if he carries us on? It'll be about
P5 or something.
P5, yeah, P5, P6.
Yeah.
He gets another bit of a squiggle on the back end there, but managed to control it this time as he heads towards the final chicane. This is a daunting prospect, but yeah, he's a bit tentative, as you imagine, and gets on the power quite early.
Should be a pretty good time here.
Ooh,
yes,
P4,
he
nice.
goes up to P4. So that's a very good final sector from Luca. He's actually put it ahead of Safso and Luke as well. Luca and Luke.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Trying to get those names correct.
Yeah, so we got on a lap. So there is still time out there, and I think as the rain stopped, I can't see any raindrops.
Yeah, I think it's still like, but it's very, very light. So maybe here at the end of the session, it's actually gonna be the best conditions.
Yeah, Luke.
It's still raining definitely, but it's lighter.
A few guys on our lap here. Luke, Mayday 4s, Y6, Cajetas, and Buska,
Yeah,
who's
Luke.
yet to put a time on the board.
Take a look at Luke. He's about to, our championship leader, about to start his
Oh.
probably the final run here.
Oh, and just while it's happening on screen, Ingenio, I see him in chat there, chatting away, but Ingenio's actually stepped down from his full-time seat, so he is no longer racing in HTAR at the moment anyway.
Well, that's something we're not happy about. I've always liked seeing Ingenio on track.
Yeah, Ingenio, I kind of pair him up with Luke, and they're kind of what do you call it, a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Always like to see those two guys on track, but yeah, hopefully it comes back.
Luke, however, is 3.5 tenths up on his time in Sector 1. So let's see what he can do here. Sector 1 and the third chicane here, and he's taking it pretty smooth there considering the conditions. Approaching the Sector 2 split, and he is 8 tenths off, so could he possibly put it on a provisional pole here?
Yeah, he just needs a 10 for 2. Easier said than done though. But if anybody's going to do it, it'll be Luke.
Yep.
And I think it's all going to come down to this last corner. How much confidence is he going to carry through here? Yeah. Yeah, it looks
pretty good to me.
Nice and tidy, yep. Tries to stay away from the curve.
This could be provisional pole, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Yes, no, not quite. So 2 tenths off.
So close, so close.
But Rover, wait a minute, am I seeing? No, he's, okay, yes, he's set that time on the softs, of course.
Yeah, Rover's on an outlap as well, so he fancies another shot at it. Safso's on an outlap, Fausto and Orlando.
Maybe Rai up to P3 as well.
Mayday Force as well. I'm watching Mayday Force in the back straight here. He's actually backing out of his lap. He was down on his time there. And I wonder if he's thinking about going for another run. I reckon he probably is.
Yeah, I think so. So 4 guys at the back haven't set a time. 2 of them have retired. So Pixel. But is Pixel actually in the session? Yes, he is actually.
Yeah, I see 2 Mercs on track at the minute, yeah. So I'm on board with, I've got Mayday Force here. He's just tentatively making his way out of turn 2. Trying to feather the throttle. Oh, and he misses that apex, and it costs him on the second apex. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a good time here. I don't know if... Yeah, he completely backed out there, yeah.
Yeah, Pixel about to cross... Oh, and that might have been invalidated, was it? But I think he got away with it, so Pixel across the line, and he's... Yeah, it was an invalidation, actually. So, just my track map didn't... Yeah, and I think Pixel is out of time here.
Oh, will he have time for another lap, do you think?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I thought he was on the back straight there. Yeah, he's not going to have time at all. So that's it. Pixel at the back then, with Izzy and Bogdigi. That's exactly how you say that person's name. Nef Luke in chat is saying Luke, and now also Nef Luke in the house. So hello to all the Lukes. Oh,
yeah.
And I have a funny story for you. That guy, we were calling a race yesterday. There was a guy called John, and we were saying how it was pretty good to see someone have a normal name for a change. And apparently, after that, we spoke about a guy called
Yannis.
His name's John.
The right way to pronounce that, yeah.
Yeah, but his name's John in English.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rover. Yeah,
I think I'll just call him Giannis anyway.
Yeah. Rover's up on his time here, just marginally,
yeah.
But yeah, he's making his way through the final hairpin there. I wonder if he is going to better his time. He's got a 16.7 on the board at the minute. Opens DRS, flat out, overtake mode towards the final chicane. Yeah, it takes a lot off the curb there, which you have to do really, but wet conditions can be a bit scary. 1:16.5, so he did go slightly faster.
On mediums, did he?
Oh my word.
What?
Okay.
What?
Mayday Force is still on a lap here, so I wonder if he's up in his time. He navigating that final chicane. And
On mediums? What?
you know, your speeches.
What? I
Mayday
mean,
Force,
how?
Mayday Force is unable to improve, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Am I seeing this right? Did I see that right? He was on
Yeah,
mediums when he did
yeah.
that 16.5.
Apparently so, yeah.
So where did that come from? Okay. He was already on pole, of course, anyway. But I mean, he managed to improve on mediums. Something I would definitely not have expected to see. But yeah, he's on pole.
That,
Rover.
that was
And
effectively
Luke second.
a mic drop. You know, he's just like,
Yeah,
set that time, drop the mic, that's him.
yeah,
so,
indeed.
so obviously
So
he's a pretty good driver in the wet conditions. So with a wet race, we're on for a good one here because Luke's in P2. And how's this work with the tire choice? And do they wonder if they'll have to start
well, I
on
think
Enders
we'll
or?
we'll see what the game actually classifies this start as. But we're about to find out, I guess. And got a black screen. Yeah, it's definitely raining so much that everybody are gonna start on intermediates, I think.
I wonder if anyone will go for the Ocean Chief strategy and put on wets, and then realize after a lap or two that it's not.
I think this is intermediate conditions definitely, but yeah, it's nobody's gonna start on softs here. I don't think so.
Yeah, never doubt Jeff. I did. I paid the price. So everybody in chat, just while we're loading in here, what do you reckon? Who's gonna win this one? We've got Rovers, the new guy on the scene, but he finished P2 last. I think it was last week. He finished P2. And as we've seen there in qualifying, he is looking pretty punchy here. So I would say he's the favorite here to win, but Luke is, you can't rule him out.
Yep. So here we go on the formation lap. Just gonna set my UI up. Yes, there we go. So yeah.
So I haven't looked on the order then. We'll do our usual rundown. We've got Rover in the Ferrari. Oh, Rover! Oh my word, he hit the wall there.
Yeah.
In sector 1. bit of a sketchy moment. Yeah, so Rover is in P1, pole position. Luke in P2. Kimi Raya's teammate P3. Stitch with a very solid performance qualifying in P4.
Yep. Going down the order, Luca 5th, Sapso 6th, Mario 7th in the Alfa Romeo, and Mayday Force, who did pretty well last time around, in 8th.
And new boy Busquet, P9, eventually got a time on the board. I missed that myself, but he's put himself ahead of the legendary Keyboard Magnussen.
Oh yeah.
And we've got Rafiki Wolf, who's a new guy as well, P11, Orlando P12 in the McLaren.
Yeah, and just rounding up the grid, we have Y6. There was some different way to say his name. Anyway, Y6 in 13th, Fosto 14th, Siharos 15th, John Fortnite 16th. I'll just go the rest of them. So Cognitive Psychology 17th, Pixel, who failed to set a time in 18th, and then we have Issei and Bogdilia, the two Renault guys at the back of the field.
Alrighty, so 35 laps. What do you reckon about tire strat? It's going to be a one-stop, obviously,
Get
but
one stop, yeah.
okay, is it
Yeah.
possible to go a whole race here without switching tires?
I actually don't know about Canada, but I think which race? What was it? Monaco, where somebody did a whole race without a
Yeah,
stop last
I think it
season.
was
Hugo, I think, or somebody.
some idiot, I think it was. Okay, here we are.
It was Hugo. Anyway, yep.
The lights are not up yet, but we are. Oh god, this is a broken lobby. See cars jostling
Yeah,
around here a wee
it's
bit.
not looking good.
So, bit of a
Rover's
full start
Ferrari is
here.
like. Can you see who is not loading up?
No, I can't see, but I can see Rover's car moving a wee bit, and
Yeah.
Luke as well, actually.
Yeah, it looks a little funny actually. Cars are like jumping on spot a bit for me. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. I think somebody is glitched, and let's see if we have to restart here or what is the deal.
I can't view P15 to P20 for some reason. It just shows me the final corner.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, so maybe.
I wonder if it's Pixel maybe with those connection
I
issues.
think we're looking at a restart here possibly. Let's just sit tight and see what happens.
Yeah, Molio in chat, Joel is saying some idiot at Silverstone as well did it in Tier 1 this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a restart.
But I honestly don't know what's the. I think it will be really difficult on this track with tire wear, but
Yeah.
we'll see if somebody dares to try that. We don't have Ingenio, who is a specialist at these long stints, but he's not driving anymore, unfortunately. Do we have any info in the chat? Yeah, I think we're restarting because I'm getting a mic rating host here.
Yeah,
so
Joel's saying restart, so we are getting a restart for this one.
Yep.
There we go, yeah, Codemasters once again.
Yep.
It sent Vex is not loading, so yeah, looks not loading in. Strange one. But I mean, this looks like it's set up to be a pretty good race. We got Rover there in P1. Luke P2. They're probably the favorites for the win here. But Kimi Rai, he's been looking pretty feisty recently. We've seen some pretty good results from him. And you know,
and he was unlucky in Monaco last time around, but still managed to fight back to 6th or 5th or something like that, I think. So, yeah.
And with these wet conditions, you do see like different people favor these. So someone who might be fast or very fast in the dry conditions may not do so well in these wetter conditions.
Yeah, is the new lobby up yet? I don't think
so. So starting on enders, we're restarting. Okay, I've got an invite here.
Yeah, so I'm in the new lobby now.
Oh, disconnected. I'm hoping with the new game's due out. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't heard any news about the new game coming out yet, but I'm hoping that, you know, they did the not the Bahrain Grand Prix and those kind of, you know, celebrity type races, and there was some connection issues in there, like Lando Norris wasn't able to get loaded into a race. So I'm hoping that, you know, that is now a priority for Codemasters, because with this coronavirus and everybody's online now, it's really glaringly obvious that they need to fix this online, all these online connection issues.
I think what would really help is that if they had this actual what do you call it, like a dedicated hosting, because we don't really have it at the moment, do we? I mean, you have a host, but it's still somehow connected to Steam and Codemasters and God knows what. So yeah, I think like in other racing type games, racing simulations, you usually can just host it separately as a dedicated host. So that's what I would definitely want to see here.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, because if they sort out these, you know, connection issues and you know, all the online issues, like this game would be absolutely spot on. Like, just need to then work on the handling a wee bit, and
yeah, it's a little floaty, I think, as they say, but I mean, it's not a full blown sim, this one, so I guess we're never gonna get it like exactly something like AC or iRacing or something like that, but yeah. Anyway, we've seen we did have a similar issue in our race just before as well, where a member had to reconnect at the start.
Yeah, it's almost like
pretty,
it's almost become
normal.
The norm. You know, you kind of expect it now. There's always something. We've had, like, what have we had lately? We've had a car with 3 wheels that was still driving on track.
Oh yeah, that's the probably the best one lately. So
yeah, and
Magnussen, Keyboard Warrior doesn't need 4 wheels on a car to fight for a podium. Unbelievable, that one.
If anybody wants to watch that, go to Extreme Gaming League channel on YouTube. I got, what was it, tier two
Monza.
Monza, yeah.
Yeah.
And we also had on the same week, I think we had Austria. We had a guy driving down the pit lane the wrong way.
Wrong way. Yeah, that's true. So we've had some spectacular issues lately. Yeah. So John Fortnite and Mayday 4 still need to pick up a car and set the grid, and then we should be ready to go soonish.
Joel in chat is trying to get us to sing. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, you've seen it's already raining in the game. You don't want it to rain in real life too. It will.
Yeah.
the clouds will part and. Yeah, so I think this is round 6, so I guess we could talk a little about the standings of HTAR. Have a look at those while we're waiting on the lobby loading up.
Can I maybe get them up on the stream or something?
That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let me have a look and see what I can do. Standings, there we go. Okay, overview, calendar, standing. Right, there we have standings. Driver Championship. Well, yeah, I won't be able to get these on screen as such, but Luke is obviously with all those wins is out in front, but not by as much as I thought. He's 135 points at the top, but the next driver would be Mayday Force in P2, 97 points, so he's 38 points behind.
Is that something that they have fixed or something? Because I'm pretty sure the gap was bigger last week.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe Joel could confirm that for us, or Ingenio. But yeah, I thought the gap would be bigger than that. But Kimi Rai it's P3, 72 points behind Luke. Sasso P4, Ingenio obviously now out of the Ferrari, but was P5. Oh, Pavel as well. I'm not seeing him in this lobby. He's someone who usually does well in quali in the initial part of the race, but and Pixel as well. It says here 0 points for Pixel. That's surprising.
I'm pretty sure that are these standings right, or has something been fixed since I last saw them? Because I'm relatively sure that Luke was even further up ahead, and it doesn't really make sense. Like Mayday Force is 97 points, but Red Bull has only 80 points. So what's that about?
Yeah. I think someone needs to look at the standings there, but we do know for sure Luke is 100% in the lead of the championship.
Yes.
And looking like a strong contender to take that title. But Rover came in, I think, at round 2 or round 3, and has been pretty strong. I think he could take
he had
a fight.
A really good race in Barcelona, I think, and then also pretty good pace last week. But I think he had some connection issues last week, so. And we are back at rainy Canada. So what do you think, our keyboard Magnus and our keyboard warrior? He's got a pretty good chance for points here today, I think.
Yeah, I would not
keep out of trouble.
Not count him out at all. He's a bit of a legend. You can never discount Keyboard Magnussen. Always impressive. Always, always very feisty out there. I'm just looking at the chat here, and Gino was saying Mayday Force wasn't in the full-time standings. He was a reserve, and his points were not always scored for Red Bull. So he was in other cars too. So that would explain that one. Yeah. Session is loading in. We do have everybody on the grid. Are we doing a formation lap, though? Yeah, we are indeed.
I think so. Yes, so we're back on the formation lap again, and hopefully at the end of this lap we'll actually get underway.
Yeah, so Ingenio and Chad, you obviously have been on track with these guys. I mean, who do you think is going to win this one? Are you going to go for your boy Luke, or do you think Rover as enough to pip him to the post on this one. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm trying to remember the Spain race. Did Rover pick up a penalty or something, or was there? Because I think he finished ahead, didn't he?
I have to actually check where do we have Spain. So Vexit did win that race. I can't see if Rover had a penalty, but 2.6 was the gap. And also Mayday Force was very close there. So, yeah. I don't know. Rover looked really convincing in quali though, with those putting the fastest lap on the board with medium tires under damp conditions as well. So, could it possibly be Rover's day today? We'll see. Vexit is Luke is. I know Luke has a very smooth driving style, and I think that will serve him well today in the wet. So we'll see. We have a good race on our hands, I think.
Yeah, and Genio's going with Rover for this one, so interesting.
Okay. We'll see.
I guess the real question is how many cars will meet their fate at the Wall of Champions?
Yeah, it's definitely possible here in the wet. So we'll see, and we're pretty much lined up on the grid. So let's take this start away.
Okay, here we go. The cars are all lined up. Here we go. I believe this one's gonna work. Yeah, we've got the lights on the screen there. One light, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go. Let's see. Oh,
Rover got a really bad start.
yeah, Luke's going to take him by the first corner.
Already through.
Oh, but yeah,
oh, Kimi Rai completely
yeah.
bombs his teammate out of the way there, actually.
Kimi Rai descended, yeah, and he's cost his teammate positions.
Oh, we have safety car instantly. Why is that for? And there is why do we have a safety car?
I don't know, but look at the safety cars right out at the back of the pack here.
Yeah, these guys, yeah, you guys can pass it. It's green light on top of the safety car, so.
That's a very unusual safety car. I mean, it was a bit too quick in coming out, I think. I think it must have been just that damage from that contact with Kimi Rai.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have a look here. What kind of damage did we actually pick up? So anyway, Rover, Stitch, Luca is now the top 3, and Luke has dropped down to 4th as a result of that dive bump by Kimi Rai into turn 1, where he bumped into Rover, and actually Rover was sent into Luke, who lost 2 more positions there.
Yeah.
And I don't really see any damage on anybody even, so.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't see any damage at all, so I don't know what's caused that safety car.
A very random safety car, so let's see if. Well, okay, it doesn't really make sense for anybody to pit. We have basically completely fresh tires. Everybody, so. That's a very random safety car.
Yeah, we've seen that before in this league, and it was Baku.
Yeah.
One came out
yeah,
in the
Baku
first
as
lap.
well. Yeah, there was nobody died or anything, and or even crashed out, and then we just get a safety car. But yep, here we go. And somebody, there are actually few people, 3 people pitting. Let's see.
Interesting. Going for the fresh set of enters, both of them, yeah.
Oh, and somebody picks up, cognitive psychology picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, and I don't really see. Oh, yeah, Sihados is having his front wing changed.
Yeah, I think he served a penalty there as well, because they waited a long time before switching that wing.
Yeah, then he forgot to put the. I'm just gonna have a, yeah, he had actually. He did have a 5-second penalty from a collision with somebody. Yes, you're right. Yeah, and cognitive psychology with that 5-second time penalty for cutting a corner under the safety car. The game is very, very ruthless under these conditions, so it's easy to pick up a penalty there. You focus on staying on track, and that's what you need to do. Okay, so I think we're gonna go for another lap. I think Sihados is not gonna catch the pack before the safety car is too close to the start exit. line.
So Rover's
Start
rubbing
finish
his
line,
hands
I
right
think.
here. I mean, this start is
Yeah.
played right into his hands. So he's got 2 cars between him and Luke.
Yes, and I think Luke is really his main challenger here.
Yeah.
And Rover actually Rover got a really bad start of the line. And
Oh, here, Mayday
Luke was
Force is in the
already
pits,
through.
so he did have front wing
Oh,
damage. He got a front wing change. I didn't see any damage on the thing, but maybe it wasn't visual damage, and he just wants to get rid of that.
yeah, maybe light green or something, but he's decided to have that changed anyway.
But it's a bit of a weird call because it puts him in last position.
Yeah, and I don't think you're gonna do 32 laps on those inters anyway. So, I mean, the pit stop here at Canada is very quick though. So if you now have like a little bit fresher tires than the guys up front, I don't know, you'd still have to pass everybody though. So it's gonna be tough. And apologies, I have to. My voice is going a little bit here. Yep, sorry. 2 comms in 2 days. I'm still pretty new to this comm stuff anyway, so.
Oh, Izzy gets a 5-second penalty. Exceeded track limits.
Yep.
Aye. Safety car is in this lap, so let's see how Rover does with this restart.
And yeah, because Mayday Force pitted Luke actually. How is Luke ahead of Luca though? What's happened there?
Yeah, I saw them switching positions there. I don't know if as Luca went off track, they allowed Luke past. I don't know what's happened.
And they are going very slow on the back straight now. And we're going now, I think.
Over
Yes.
Ficky Wolf, 5-second penalty there.
That's an illegal overtake. Yep, we're going. So Rover got a bit of a scruffy restart here, and Stitch is all over his back, but I think he's just made a tiny bit mistake and can't challenge him into turn 1. And
oh, and something's happened to the back. Buska has had an issue. He was standing still at the final chicane there, so I'm not sure if he reset on track or whatever there, but he is now.
Oh, Luke loses the back, and actually Kimi Rai is up to P3. So what's happened there? I missed that. So yeah, Luke is down 1 position, and Luca is just falling down the order now. Oh, and they come together a little bit with Kiva and Magnussen there. P7 and 6.
Yeah, Luca is looking to get a hurry on here, so he's built up a gap to keyboard already. So yeah, so
did they have contact with Luke or something? I don't see what happened. Did Joel pick it up or something?
yeah, something's happened there. I don't see any damage on Luca's car, which is good for him. With P4 for now, so still in this race. As we see,
Rover,
sorry, I saw Sasso going very deep in the hairpin there, but didn't cost him too much time.
Yeah, Rover just extending his legs a little bit here, 1.1 seconds to Stitch, and Kimi Ryan P3, 1.5 seconds from Stitch. So the gaps are starting to grow here a little bit. Yeah, and Rover sets the fastest lap of the race as well, of course, because we had
oh my word. I just joined John Fortnite there as Pixel just flew past him at the final chicane, and has got past Rafiki Wolf as well, so Pixel's on a charge here. He's just, whoa, Bogdy as well. I know someone hit the back of John Fortnite there, so these guys are very impatient on lap 5.
Yeah, Pixel's really got a move on here, because he's already up to P10. He's 8 positions up from his starting position. Oops, he just picks up a penalty. What else can we see out there? Rafiki Wolf also dropped a position to Bogdilia here. So very hard racing going on here.
Yeah, Pixel is he's looking pretty feisty out there. We saw him start at the back, and he's made his way up to P10 already, but I think he's about to put a few more moves on.
Oh, look at this! Bogdilia tries to send it into the... And actually, is he going to make it stick as well? That's a bit of a cheeky move from pretty far behind.
Oh, and there's contact there.
Yeah, he just got shocked off the track pretty much on the straight there.
Yeah, no quarter given from Pixel as they head down to the final area. And I wonder if Pixel's going to send it down the inside. Oh, he hits the back of Fausto there. Bit
Oh,
of a love tap.
damage,
3 second
damage.
time penalty as well for Pixel and damage, you're saying?
Yes, I saw.
Oh, and he's wiggling
Yes,
his car in
Pixel has.
frustration. He's
Yep.
not happy about that at
Oh, and
all.
look at that! Bogdilia completely sends it into
Aye,
turn one and
aye,
runs
aye.
Fosto out of the road.
This
Oh,
isn't
that
racing,
wasn't
this
very
is ping
nice.
pong.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice. So I think that's something the FIA probably will have to look at after the race. But yeah, Bogdilia is through regardless of that, and up to P9. Not the best of moves I've seen into turn one there.
Who's
Oh,
that?
and
Orlando out? Or
McLaren has disconnected ahead. Yeah,
disconnected P8, so yeah, he's going to
it's
drop back
another.
for the fill then.
Yeah, and it's saying to me that Keyboard Magnussen is 1 lap down, but I think he's really not.
Yeah, same actually, yeah, same. Pixel up to P9 then, gets past the disconnected Orlando car. Bug G is very wide on the hairpin, and it's allowed Pixel to close up a bit.
Yeah.
Pixel at this final chicane though is like he's up in it. He's carrying a lot of speed for there, and it's quite scary whenever you're the car in front. He's too far back to do anything now, but he's got a lot of confidence. I think just because he started at the back, he's just throwing the car through corners with wild
Yeah,
abandon.
just got carrying that front wing damage, of course, which is probably gonna hinder him a little bit there. He almost tapped the wall of champions there once, but got away with it. And yeah, onward they go, and I think the gap is now fixed. So Keyboard Magnussen is in P7, 4 seconds from Luca.
Big battle at the back here. We've got Mayday Force, Izzy, and Orlando all swapping positions. It's probably going to take a few laps for these guys to kind of find their standing.
Oh, look at that Mayday Force trying to send it into the second chicane, but unable to do it. Is he gonna get a good enough exit out of there to challenge Jesse on the back straight? I think not. Yeah, he's gonna have to wait until the back straight, I think. So Mayday Force, oh, it's so slippy at the moment. That's what it looks like. And Mayday Force, of course, did that pit stop.
Ooh.
Oh, did you see that? So
Yeah.
I saw Sihano's
Oh,
lagging.
okay, this is
And he
round.
gets,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that was probably a lag-induced incident there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what it looked like. So Sihano's turned around by Y6 and at the hairpin, but yeah, I think that was lag. And Orlando has left the session again, so
yeah, he's dropping down
disaster for the McLaren team.
It's sad to see, but it happens. Luca is looking pretty good here. He's behind Safso and following pretty closely here. It does take a few laps to kind of get your confidence up on these kind of tracks as you just work out how much traction you've got and how much speed you can take into each corner.
Yeah, Rover up ahead though doesn't need any laps to get up to speed. He's 2.7 seconds in the clear, so it's looking pretty good for him. It's almost 3 seconds in the clear now, so Rover really going for it.
Look ahead the wall hard. I'm just noticing as he got front wing damage. I don't know if it's from that incident, but yeah, he's missing an
Left-hand
input.
side.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, Keyboard Magnussen can't quite keep up with these guys. He's gonna have a rather aggressive Bogdilia. Is that how you say that? Bogdilia? I don't know how to his nick actually.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Bogdilia anyway. He's that's what I'll just call him anyway.
Luca, 3 second time penalty.
Yeah.
And also ice Luke on Kimi Rai, his teammate. Oh look, it's a 3 second time penalty. Corner cut at turn 1. And they're seeing a lot of movement at the back of the field here, so it's trying to flip between the. Oh yeah, Rafiki Wolf gets overtaken by cognitive psychology.
Oh, so what's happened to Pixel? He's in the pits. Yeah, Pixel is in the pits having his front wing changed. And I think maybe Pixel is thinking here that he pits now and he'll go to the end from there. That's what he's gonna try to do, I think. And Bogdilia is right on the back of Keyboard Magnussen here for P7. Are we gonna see another lunge from Bogdillier? We've seen a couple of them in this race already.
Oh, and he picks
Yeah, he
up
picks up
3
a
seconds.
penalty there.
Pushing the
Yep.
limits of the track. It's come back to bite him in the ass.
Pretty far away for this hairpin here, and yeah, Keyboard Magazine goes a little defensive here. And Bogdillier tries to get the power down. Yeah, that's traction control right there, both of them, of course, but yeah, looking at the telemetry, yep. I think Bogdillier is gonna get the move done here.
Keyboard guarding the inside line early. Keyboard will
Oh,
not.
not.
Yeah, he's gonna fight. He usually does put up a pretty good fight, and he places his car in all the right spaces. But I think Bog G is gonna go for a
Great.
move here. Oh, look at
Amazing
him!
break. Yeah, there we go. And Bogdillier runs a little wide there, but I think he's gonna get this move done. There was absolutely no space given there, but yeah, he's through up to P6.
Yeah,
But
Keyboard.
what I wanted to say is that great brake control on the back straight by Keyboard Magnus, and he's not using ABS, and to brake like that for the final chicane, I think that's the stuff of legends.
So I'm looking at the back of the grid. A bunch of guys, like most of the guys at the back have pitted. Actually, Mayday Force is in for his second pit stop already. Luca as well has had a pit
Oh,
stop. Pixel.
So why is that? It made a force pick up damage, maybe? I don't know. He only did like 5 laps on those tires.
Interesting, yeah. But this guy,
He's already on his 3rd set of inters here.
this guy Bog G, Bog. I was gonna call him Bog. So this guy Bog
Yeah.
is he's pulling away from Keyboard, so he does have pace.
Yeah.
Rover as well, 120 on the board, fastest lap.
Yep. Oh, so close to the wall by Bogged in the final corner. Gets away with it though. This lap 122 is the lap time. I'm just gonna have a look here. What's the Rover 120.5? So he's still almost 2 seconds faster. That is yeah. Rover is just driving away at the front. 4.7 is the gap to Stitch. And Luke actually has made a pass on his teammate Kimi Rai, so Luke is up to P3. Williams have switched positions in P3 and 4.
Yep. They're both in voice chat together, so imagine yeah, they got the message. The car behind is faster. But
Yep,
Luke is on the back of
also-
Stitch, yeah.
Yeah, Luke also made a pit stop. I'm just looking here. He's made his way past Y6 in P14. So I think is Luke also thinking it's a little bit early for that pit stop, but is he also thinking that he can maybe get to the end on these and get some kind of an undercut on the guys ahead? Or maybe he just wanted to get that front wing swapped. He had that damage after all. Ooh, gets a little wiggly on the exit out of the hairpin.
I think Buska's had a moment as well at the back there. I'm seeing a yellow flag come up, sector 2, sector 3. Yeah, Buska is in the wall, so
Oh,
he's kind of beached himself. Oh, right, he's...
yes. Oh, and his tires are not gonna be in a good shape after that.
Yikes.
Oh. Seeing 110 degrees on the, and if you have 110 degrees on the inters, it's gonna be 0 grip. Is that Rover who's actually lapping him there? Yes. Yeah, and he's just turned it around again, so Buxa is struggling big time here. He's ghosted, of course, for these guys who see how it's the session. So yeah, Buxa is in the middle of this leading pack, who has lapped him now, and I think he's gonna have to pit with that front wing damage. He doesn't pit. What? Oh my God! Is that gonna be a safety car? Did
Oh
you
my
see
word, the wall of champs. I see him in the background there, yeah.
Yes, but that was completely how do you say it? He did it by choice. So and we only have yellow flag for that, and we had a safety car in the first lap. I don't really understand that one, but
Yeah.
let's just forget about it then.
So I've been following Luke here, HTAR Luke. He's looking pretty pacey here, but I think it's going to be a struggle for him to get past. It seems like his best opportunity would be
Yeah.
that back straight before the final chicane.
Yeah.
So really,
Did we
he's
lose you? Oh, there you are.
yeah, really he wants to get right up on the back of Stitch here as they go for the final hairpin. If Stitch
Yeah, and
makes
if Luke wants any kind of a chance to win this race, he's gonna have to get through Stitch because he's clearly slower than Rover up the field, 7.5 seconds already.
yep, and he's looking, but he's again too far back, and I think Luke's hoping that Stitch makes a mistake, but so far Stitch is holding fast and looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, closing, but not enough for turn one. Luke, of course, running without any assists as well, so you can't really send it in these conditions without ABS. Anyway, yeah, looks like Ingenio might have been onto something when he said that Rover is gonna win this race. He's already 8 seconds in the clear, and this I just don't see that even Luke would be able to catch him, even if he gets through Stitch here. He would have to be pretty considerably faster if he wanted to catch up. And one other thing I was gonna say is that in wet conditions we of course don't have DRS, and it is very, very difficult to overtake in the wet because we don't have with DRS. The toe in this game is rather small. So if you want to overtake, you have to be really, really close to the guy in front and get that little toe that is available there. Exit is closing once again on the back straight, but I think he's gonna be too far back for the final chicane. Yep. Rover fastest lap of the race, 20 flat. He's just running away with this one, 9 seconds already.
Yeah, Luke sets a 1:21.5, so he's well off the pace of Rover here.
Yeah, that's 1.5 seconds in one lap.
Yeah, I wonder, like, obviously Luke is losing some time here behind Stitch, but I wonder how fast Luke can go. If he gets past Stitch, can he start to reel in Rover, or is the damage been done?
Yeah, I think this is just too much now. It's gonna be 10 seconds at the end of this lap, the gap. So Luke, of course, wants to get past here to go and fight for P2, but yeah, it's I think Rover is just gonna drive away with this race unless we get a safety car or some other weird circumstances, or he actually, of course, makes a mistake. We've seen some. That's why they call it the Wall of Champions, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael Schumacher hit it in, was it 1999 or 98? 1999, I think. Yeah, Bexy tries to show himself in Stitch's mirrors again, but yeah, I just unable to get that run through even through the final chicane with that, but he might be able to try something here into turn one. Yep, he's gonna send it on the inside.
Ooh.
And they come a little bit together there. Bexit is gonna be on the outside here, but is he gonna be able to put the power down and get the run on Stitch, who gets a bit of a snap out of turn two, but yep, Bexit is true. So
Yeah,
good stuff from Bexit. That was a very daring move into turn one.
His teammate as well was looking to make his way past Stitch, but wasn't able to capitalize.
Yeah, so
Luca is in the pit again, as is Rafiki Wolf.
Could they have damage? Yeah, Luca is having his front wing changed. And looks like Rafiki Wolf is the same, so maybe... Oh, he's serving a penalty here, I think, so maybe they've come together or something. Anyway, let's have a look at that, or let's keep an eye on that gap from Luke to Rover up the field. Is Luke gonna be able to close this up? 10.3 is the gap right now, I think, let's say, barring any technical difficulties or safety cars or something, Rover is gonna have this one covered.
Yeah, it's a big ask because, what is it, 19, 18 laps left, 10.3 gap.
20.8. That's a pretty good lap time though. So I don't know. Maybe they might be pretty close on pace, but I think yeah, Rover was still 3/10 faster that lap. So we'll see what Vexit can do. Keep calling him Vexit. He told me himself that he's called Luke now. So I'm sorry. I'll try to learn, but I'm old and you know stubborn.
Old habits die hard, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He does have closed that gap a little bit now. 10.0 now. So maybe Luke does have that pace to challenge up the Rover. Rover might be just looking after these tires now as well. Oh, Bogdillier picks up another time penalty. I think that is his second or third. I'm just gonna have a look here. So he's pretty far. Oh, it's actually his fourth. It's already 12 seconds. That's quite a lot. I'm just gonna have a quickly look. So Rover has one warning. Vexit has one penalty.
Oh, we've
Luke
got
has
some
one penalty.
some of the leaders are coming in the pits. Stitch, Kimi
Okay.
Rai, both are in the pits. We've got
Yep.
Mario as well. Oh, Mario is squeezing off. Or no, Mario is getting squeezed off by cognitive psychology there just before the final hairpin. That will not go down well with him. He got absolutely squeezed onto the grass here.
Keyboard Magnussen also in the pits. I'm getting some really strange camera angles here. Anyway, yeah, Kimi Rai and Stitch are already out of the pits and they're still out there in P5 and 6. So yeah, that is the magnitude of this gap to the leading pack. So only Bogdillier was able to overtake them in that pit stop. And he still has the pit as well. Yeah, so Vexit. Luke has managed to bring that gap down a little bit. But yeah, Rover's had a bit of a scruffy lap. He's gonna be in the pits this lap though.
He is indeed, yep. So let's
But I
see
think
where he comes
it's
out.
the same for Luke as well. So I would expect pretty much everybody Sapso as well. So all of those guys in the leading pack are into the pits now. And it will be the same for Bogdillier as well in fourth.
Yeah, so I'm watching Stitch now. He's already pitted, so he's currently P5, moves up P4. He's going to pick up a few spots here, but where is he going to be in terms of look? Is he going to come out in
Is he
front of
gonna
Luke?
actually be able to make this undercut stick? No, not quite. I think Luke
Ooh,
will still be ahead.
it was
Yeah.
very close there, very close.
Yes, so not quite. But good attempt by Stitch though.
But look at that, Sasso gets Kimi Rai, so Sasso's up to P4.
Oh.
I know Sasso has a time penalty, but that's good news for him.
So Sapso actually make the overcut work there. So he's set a very good lap time on the old Inters there. So yeah, he's or then Kimi Rai has had some issue, but anyway he's gonna have to make his way through Sapso now, and that's gonna be a warning for Kimi Rai. He completely cut the third chicane. And that's, oh my god, okay, that's a disconnected McLaren, never mind. Yeah. But yeah, the gap up front is still 10.2 after this pit stop, so yeah, Rover pretty much has this race covered unless something strange happens here at the end. And Stitch is actually hanging on to Luke now. Only 0.6 is the gap. Oh, Kimi Rai sets the fastest lap of the race, 20 flat, but of course this was the lap when Rover and Luke came out of the pit, so I would expect probably we're gonna see some more purple sectors here in a little while.
We're starting to see Kimi Rai pull up on Safso. He's putting the pressure on here. Very tight behind Safso, so may see an overtake about to happen. Probably going to have to wait until the final straight. Pixel in the pits again? What? A third pit stop in the race?
I think Mayday Force is all the way up to P7 after having pitted already twice in this race. But I think he will still have to pit one more time. So he would have done 25 laps otherwise. If he would get to the end 25 laps on those tires, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think we're going to see a move here from Kimi Rai on Safso. Is he close enough? I don't know if he is actually.
I don't think so. Yeah, the toe isn't nearly enough here, so he needs to get a really good run here through the final chicane. Yeah, I think he might be too far back unless he's gonna really try and send it into turn one. But yeah, Sapso goes a little defensive there, so Kimi Rai backs out of it.
Just flashed up on screen there as well. I said Luke sets the fastest lap. He was able to chip away at the lead there, but we are running out of laps.
Yeah, Rover set a 19.6, and let's see what was Luke's fastest lap there. So 19.5, only a tenth between them.
Oh, Kimi Rai taps the wall there. I don't think there was any damage, but oh, and he almost hits the back of Safso as well. So
did I see a bit of front wing flying there? I don't think so. Okay, so that was just some. And that is Safso lagging maybe a little bit up front.
Yeah, could be, but he is. Safso is definitely struggling here because Kimi Rai is all over his gearbox. This all comes down to this final hairpin. Who can get the better exit?
Yeah, it's so difficult under these conditions. Kimi Rai puts the power down. I think Sapso is just gonna be too far ahead this time again. So difficult to follow somebody closely. 19.4 fastest lap for Rover this time around. So, oh, keyboard microphone picks up a penalty there.
Keyboard gammon.
Oh, keyboard gammon. Yeah, that's what it's called today. I didn't actually notice that before. Yeah.
So yeah, Rover, that fastest lap, that's gonna flash up on Luke's screen, and it's gonna carry a message. Rover saying, if you want to win this race, you're gonna have to do better than that, Luke.
Yeah, and Rover's just basically continue where he left it on the last lap. He set the personal best into sector 1 again. Another 2/10 better.
Oh, Pixel! I just joined Pixel as he hits Mario at the final corner or the final chicane. Wonder if there's damage on his car again. You'd think he would learn, but
like it.
Don't see any damage this time. Nope. But if he does that again, he's gonna risk another pit stop.
Yeah, it's been a little iffy racing from Bogdilia and Pixel in this race, but yeah, we speak after, I guess, or the FIA will speak after. Oh, Kimi Rai is pretty close here on Sapso. I got a pretty good run from the final chicane there, but I think it's just gonna be too far back into turn 1. Is it? Is he gonna try something here?
I think he might. No, he backside. Oh!
No! And a little bit of lag there as well, but I think, did Kimi Rai pick up damage on the right-hand side there?
Yeah, but
I think he did.
Indecisive move there. He wasn't going to go, and then he was, and then it was too late.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there exactly. It looked like on my screen that Sapso just lagged back a little bit into breaking into turn 1, and that just caught Kimi Rai off guard. Unfortunate, Kimi Rai loses that right-hand side end plate, and it's gonna make it all that much more difficult to pass the Mercedes of Sapso. And yeah, in the meanwhile, Rover is building that gap. He set another fastest lap of the race, 19.4 again. So yeah, Rover seems to have this one under control.
Yeah, he hasn't got much screen time, so I'm showing him now on the broadcast here, because usually you see this, the guy dominating at the front doesn't actually get shown much on the stream, but yeah, I'm just riding on board with Rover now and just seeing how this man does it. How is he so fast on this track?
He's picked up another 3/10 on that last lap on Luke. And yeah, you can see if you're riding on board with him, he's very smooth here, and that's what you need in the wet.
See a
Careful on the
battle,
throttle application.
bit of a battle going on here. I got Keyboard Magson and Luca fighting hard. Also, Bug is in the pits, as is Mayday Force as well.
Yeah.
Unusual.
Didn't these guys pit already once? I don't know. Pretty sure they did. So could they possibly have come together or something?
Well, Mayday Force is on his third pit stop. Bug
Yeah.
is his second pit stop.
Yeah, I think Bug pitted just a few laps ago, so I don't know. Maybe he picked up damage or something and had to make another pit stop because of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Bug,
gonna be on fresh inters here, and he doesn't have to worry about tire wear anymore.
and he's came out right behind Keyboard Magnuson, so he's
Yeah.
already on the hunt here for P7. Oh, gets his back end a bit loose
Yeah.
there.
Very slidey.
I'm just thinking as well, Kimi Rai, if he keeps within 3 seconds of Safso, I believe Safso has a time penalty, so Kimi Rai could still pick up that P4 slot, but that front wing damage is
Yeah,
going to cost
Sasso
him.
has 3 seconds, but so does Kimi Rai. So
Oh dear, okay,
they're on
so
equal
that,
footing.
yeah, and Kimi Rai is dropping back as well, so it's not going to bode well for his finishing result.
Yeah, I think let's say the more interesting battle here is that Stitch has 0 penalties and Luke has 3 seconds. So P2 might be up for grabs here, though Luke has managed to open that gap a little bit now, 2.7 to Stitch. And he does need that 3 seconds, as I just said, so.
Ooh, Pixel and Mario go side by side through turn 1, and Pixel goes out wide, but keeps it under control. He is still actually fighting for a position here. I think Mario has got ahead here, but they're heading down to this first chicane.
Oh, you don't really want to do that,
no, no, no,
come
no, no, no,
on,
no.
that's
Oh,
that's not very nice, is it? Just basically punted him out of the way.
yeah, just yeeted it. Pixel does get the position at the end of that, and yeah, Mario's struggling a wee bit, and he's under pressure now from Mayday Force, also on fresh tires.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah,
He
what
just
did happen?
joined into the wall.
Was that an
Could
accident,
he have lost
or
it under power on
I
that
kind of
late on the straight?
maybe he got a wheel in the dirt and it just sent him out? Yeah, don't know, but
And now he's just cutting
Kimi
completely and
Rai's
getting
in
a
the
penalty.
pits. Ice getting a front wing change, so he's giving
Oh,
up in that
yeah,
P4
so
spot.
he of course has that gap behind 30 seconds to Luca, so
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so
Kimi Rai obviously is thinking here maybe he can grab the fastest lap of the race or something on
oh
fresh tires and
Mario is out.
oh yeah, so
Yeah, just after the final hairpin there, he's decided to park it.
virtual safety car.
And virtual safety car is out.
I think that's not really gonna do much for this race, is it? But there's still somebody who has to pit. Y6 is chosen to pit, which yeah, he basically yeah, he's gonna still lose a couple of positions, I think, but chooses to get fresh tires anyway. Oh, Kimi Rai picks up a penalty.
Oh dear.
So that's really not gonna do much for him anyway, but he's 33 seconds down from Safso now.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Bog on keyboard here. Bog is he's got these fresh tires. Keyboard, 8 lap old enters, and
Oh my
Bog is.
word, he almost. Is he gonna really? Well, that's if he's gonna overtake here now, that's not seeing some of the best racing here today, but I don't know.
Yeah, he did get a 3-second time penalty,
I'm not
but
really a fan of that. He just completely cut that chicane, and he got a 3-second penalty for that, but that's not very good racing.
yeah, and it looks like he's going to go for a move in the final chicane. Keyboard again, keeping it tight to the apex. Ooh, and Keyboard not giving up this move and fighting hard, keeps the position. Good stuff from Keyboard.
Yeah, good stuff from Keyboard Magnuson. Keyboard Gammon. And he keeps on to that Gammon for now.
P7, yeah, looking good for him, but
oh my god, actually Bogdillier might be actually on the verge of getting disqualified here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 penalties.
Aye.
That's 21 seconds.
Wow. I think it's 2 more and then he's out maybe, or 3. Ooh, and he's
And
hit. He's pushing
come
keyboard
on, you
through the.
can't just do that.
Yeah. It's like, come on, bro. Just lift a little bit. That's all you gotta do. Lift a little. We're all
You
friends
can't
here.
just like shunt into the car in front even if you're faster. So
Yeah, I know on keyboard he is. He knows what this guy's like by now, and
yeah.
he's not putting up with it. He's got enough experience, and
Oh,
oh,
really
Bug, what are you
deep
doing?
there. I wonder if now maybe now he's gonna get him here on the back straight.
Yeah, even though he went really deep there, he actually will get a really good run out of that corner. But again,
Keyboard has
keyboard.
pretty good straight line speed here. He's completely out of ERS, but he's still gonna be able to defend this here. Yes. I'm surprised.
Pixel behind as well, 3-second time penalty. But yeah, this is a battle we're watching right now. Bogdy thinking about going around now outside in turn 1. Keyboard.
Oh, he's gonna run out of
Oh,
space
he's
there
gonna.
though.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, you were off the track already there.
Yeah, I don't. I hate that. I hate those kind of moves. It's basically the only way he made that move was by hitting keyboard. You know.
Yeah, and he was 4 wheels off the track as well before that turn 2, so I'm really not a fan of that move.
Yeah, bug. We speak after, mate. We speak after. But keyboard, yeah,
Yeah,
he's effectively P7
gonna be
anyway.
under pressure here.
Bug has a bunch of penalties. I think it's 30 seconds. Engineer was saying for disqualification. So, oh no,
Pixel,
yeah,
Pixel
picks.
is lining up keyboard here as well, and then we have Mayday Force going, fresh tires.
Yeah, there's a queue behind keyboard Magnuson. Each one of them wants to get past as soon as possible, and Pixel sends it down the inside, creeps along, and it's neck and neck as they get the power down. I think keyboard should come off the better here, but they're side by side, and they've got Mayday Force as well, trying to look for a
Oh
way
my
through.
word.
Is this
Are we
going to be
gonna go
free
3
wide?
wide in the
Oh
wet conditions
no!
into the final chicane? This is
No!
gonna be a disaster, oh my god. And they somehow
Oh!
don't come together. Pixel actually loses it.
Yeah.
So costly for Pixel.
Yeah, but fair play to keyboard, just held his own there. He had every right to do that, and he maintains this P8 position for now.
Keyboard also completely out of ERS here. And I think those tires have seen better days. He's had to fight so hard here. So Keyboard still under massive pressure
Ooh.
from
Look at that, Bog, another
Mayday Force
penalty.
now. Yeah, 24 seconds now.
5 laps to go. Can Bog get to the end of this Grand Prix without getting disqualified? We will find out.
Keyboard has 3 seconds. Having a look here, Pixel has 12. Mayday Force has 6. There's a lot of penalties here. And I think Pixel just picked up another one as well.
Yeah, he did indeed, yeah, on that final chicane.
15 seconds.
I think Pixel might think about a move on Mayday Force, which will buy keyboard some time. Rover, 3-second time penalty, that's not going to matter too much now, but it's
No,
interesting.
both of them have 3 seconds up front, I think.
I think Mayday Force too far back on keyboard Magnuson, Pixel 2, but you can see how much speed Pixel can carry through that final chicane.
Yeah, I think the difference here is that Mayday Force just, I think he's running without ABS. I'm just looking at his braking inputs and he just can't send it like these 2 other guys, Pixel and Bogdillier, into these corners. So it's a little bit more easy for Keyboard at the moment. A lot of pressure, of course. Mayday Force getting a really much better run, but you don't really have space here to go alongside, especially in the wet, so has to yield. And Mayday Force trying everything possible to get past Keyboard here, but can't find a way. And Pixel is gonna be putting Mayday Force under pressure here into the 3rd chicane now. Nope, he taps him a little bit on the back. Come on, guys, you don't have to do that. Seen a little bit of too much that in this race.
This
Just
battle between...
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. It's yeah, it does happen, but yeah. I was just going to say though, Keyboard Mason's loving this here in his rear view mirrors, because the more these guys battle, the more chance he has of finishing ahead.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised because Keyboard is every lap running completely out of ERS here. And these guys just are not able to put the move on.
Yep, and I think Keeper got that last chicane wrong, and Mayday Force is going to go down the inside. Is he? Is he? Yeah, he does indeed. He gets a better run out of the first corner, but Keyboard holds that inside line. That's going to be key. And they're still running side by side. And
maybe Mayday Force finally gets this move done here. Yeah, so finally Mayday Force through into P8.
yep.
Is Keyboard actually gonna try something here back? No way, he's gonna try and send it there. He's yeah, thinking about it, but has to yield. Very hard racing. Pixel now on Keyboard's case. Now we're gonna see a move here into the hairpin. Yeah, I think Keyboard just looks like he just decided to let him go now. Maybe he's thinking that he doesn't want to get hit again. I don't know, but he definitely just lifted there and let him go.
Yeah, Keyboard will take P9. I know at least P9 on that. Well,
Yeah.
he's going to take P7 as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Pixel has 15 seconds as well.
Also, look at this. Ice up front. Safso under 1 second gap now to Stitch.
Yeah, we haven't really looked at the front battle now.
Sorry, Ice. W6 is off track with Fausto. They're kind of like got locked up there after the hairpin. Both of them
looked a little bit like me and Slash on last season in SLR. And these guys they're getting lapped here actually, aren't they? Because yeah, they're ghosted as well. So this is a bit strange.
Fausto in the pit then, no doubt for front wing damage. Fausto actually retiring in the pit, so decided he's had enough today. The dream is over. I'm gonna go run up here with Safso though.
So what, can Keyboard possibly get up to P7 here? He's gonna have to try and somehow keep within 3 seconds of Mayday Force.
Safso picks up a 3-second penalty, so that's 6 seconds he has to his name now, so he's pushing too hard, I think.
Yeah, Stitch doesn't even have a penalty. So 6 seconds. And yeah, Rover up the field. We have only 2 laps to go here soon, so Rover has controlled this race from the start pretty much. 10 seconds is the gap, and that's pretty much what it's been after the pit stop all the way. So that good first stint has pretty much won this race for Rover so far. We of course have 2 laps to go, so anything can still happen, but yeah, we'll see. And Bogdilia, another penalty, that's 27 seconds I think.
Yeah, one more and he's out. He's got 2 laps left, can he survive?
Oh, look at this Mayday Force, it's actually right on his gearbox. After, of course, this is not really a race for position here, because Bogdilia is gonna be, well, I don't know, somewhere down in P13 or something with those penalties, we'll see. Oh, he's weaving a bit there. Saying hi. Yep, Mayday Force runs pretty wide into the hairpin and gets a really good run here. Is he actually gonna overtake Bogdilia here? Yeah, Mayday Force slipstreaming down the back straight, but he's not really, looked like he's not really interested in making this move actually, so he never went beyond medium.
He's going for an ice alongside, and I think he's going to be ahead of him by the end of the straight. No, he isn't. Bug fights back, but who's going to get...
Tap wheels a bit.
Top of the wheel, just collected his front wheel there and almost sent him flying. Rover 119.1. Wow.
So on those 16-lap-old Inters, he set the fastest lap of the race. That's basically just dropping another mic today. He already did it in quali on those mediums, and beating everybody else who tried on softs. And yeah, we've seen another one here in the race, 19-1, and 16-lap-old on Inters. I think there's pretty much nothing else to say there. We're on the final lap of the race as well.
Yeah,
Pixel another penalty as
3-second time penalty. He is right behind. Sorry, go ahead.
What has happened to Keyboard?
Oh yeah, he's
Keyboard,
12.
he's dropped massively. behind
Oh,
us.
he's got
Yeah,
a flat
down.
tire. He's a flat tire.
Oh no!
His front right is flat, and he's doing all he can to control it as he's into the final. He's another lap to do,
Oh
doesn't he, as
yeah.
well?
Yeah, I think so. Where is Rover? I think he has been lapped already, so this is gonna be the last lap for Keyboard Magnussen. He still might get or should get Bogdillier on penalties at least, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's very unfortunate for Keyboard, and Rover
crosses
is
the
about to
line.
cross the line and wins this race in pretty commanding fashion. 48 minutes, the whole race distance today, and yep, Luke is gonna come home second and sets the fastest lap of the race on the final lap of the race there, 18.9.
Not bad,
So,
not bad.
so these guys were pretty close on pace. That's what it looks like. But Robert just made it work in the first.
So yeah, the fact that Keeper was lapped in, that means he will just keep that P10. He won't jump any slots.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that is very unfortunate for Keyboard Magnussen. Yeah, Kimi Rai charging down the back straight, and he will come home to claim P5 here. And we still actually have a battle here for, at least on track for P7. Of course, both Mayday Force and Pixel are gonna finish far ahead of Bogdillier on penalties here, but
yeah, look across the line there, P6,
yeah.
but yeah, watching
Yeah,
this
look at this
battle.
battle on the back straight.
Oh,
And
Bog is out. He's out on the final corner of the race. He gets a free second time penalty, and that was enough. Disqualified. So Keyboard actually will pick up another position.
Yeah, he was. Oh wow! So he had actually got he got disqualified in the final corner.
Yeah. Oh my
The
word.
final lap.
Wow.
Up to 30 seconds.
You can write
That's some penalties right there. Yeah, they feel. Oh whoa! So Stitch is Stitch the only guy who didn't pick up a single penalty today? Also Orlando in P15, but yeah. So in the points finishing positions, Stitch is the only guy who didn't pick up a penalty today. Good job. So yeah, who do we think for driver of today here? You're gonna have to go first today. I had to go yesterday.
Yeah, I'm just trying to consider it. I mean, I think the obvious choice is Rover, but I don't like going with the race winners. I think for
We can
this,
do two maybe today.
well, I think Stitch for that
Yeah.
podium finish. The only driver
Keeping
with
out
no
of trouble.
penalties. Yeah, keeping out of
Yeah,
trouble. There was a lot of chaos today. A lot of different factors, and he kept his head cool. While all
and
others.
a lot of questionable moves here today, but yeah, I suppose the FIA will have some reports to look at after this race, but yeah, we speak after about those. But yeah, I would say it's a tie between Rover and Stitch for the driver of the day today. So we'll give it to both. We can do that, right?
Yeah, we can do what we like. Yeah. I don't think it
Yeah,
actually.
so Keyboard Magnussen up to P9 after that. Bogdillier gets disqualified in the final corner of this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Keyboard might have also got Pixel at the end, but unfortunately with that flat tire he got lapped. So, yeah, P9 for Keyboard Magnussen.
Not bad, not bad. So let's have a look and see who we got here in chat, who we can yoink in. Okay, we have Bogdan. Guess that's Bog.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got two profiles though, so I don't know. I don't know. It might be a bit risky bringing him in.
Maybe we can talk to. We don't have the race winner, but maybe we can talk to Vexit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's bring Luke in. Move to come there. Hey, Luke. You're joining us on the stream. It's myself and Ice. Yeah. So how did that go for you?
Relatively plain sailing. Obviously not ideal. Considering I think the incident with Luca. I mean, from what I saw, I didn't think that I did anything wrong, but if I'm happy to speak to him about that incident and like
Is this the turn one, lap one incident?
no, not turn one, lap one. I think the safety car restart where he tried to.
Yeah, I saw you guys. Something happened between you, but we kind of missed it on stream, and I just saw you guys
Yeah,
lost some positions and speed there. But yeah,
I think he tried to go around the outside at turn two. Like only a minor part of his nose was alongside, so I thought I'd be able to carry just carry the speed through and just stay ahead. But I mean, if I misjudged it, then I'm completely sorry to Luca. And about anyway, moving on to the rest of the race. Most of the time I was just struggling and just mainly trying to get used to the conditions and adapt to what happened. But I think the key part of my race was the pit stops, because me and Kimi Rai were discussing when to pit and what lap we should do, who should go first, considering we were in a battle with Safso, Stitch, and then us two. And I think the only issue we had with that decision was because we had to look both forward and behind. So I decided to let Kimi Rai go first, because I thought there was no real point in me pitting, because my tyres still felt good, and obviously I want to try and get the team result as well as the individual result. But after the pit stop, all I really wanted was that fastest lap point.
Very good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you got it on the final lap.
Yeah, I'm still surprised how I did an 18 in those conditions.
Yeah, it's Rover got it the lap before 19-1, and I was like, that was kind of a mic dropping moment. But you just you dropped the second mic again on the next lap. So yeah. So what do you think? Did you have the pace to challenge Rover there? Because you guys were like 10 seconds apart the entire way after that pit stop.
Oh,
Just
Frankie,
no.
go and get him.
Yeah,
Here.
okay.
I mean, I cut like his pace was insane. Like, even though I got fastest lap, keeping up with his pace consistently was just his pace was just bonkers. In the rain, particularly. I mean, I know he's fast, but Jesus Christ, that was.
Yeah, and he did what really struck out for me today was that lap on the mediums in quali, which I was like, did he really do that on mediums?
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but
everyone I was in voice chat with was just completely just bewildered at how we did that. If he did that on mediums,
No,
I could
either that was a visual bug or I don't know, the lap of the season.
Yeah. I could barely get that with softs. I mean, the track didn't feel obviously ideal, obviously because of rain and quali, but man, that would have been a task and a half to beat his medium time. I think, well, his supposed medium time. We're not too sure if that's softs or medium, but either way, stunning time from him.
Are you worried about the title then? You know, because you get this guy Rover setting all these purple lap times, and now he's got a race win.
I think you're pretty far ahead though still.
I mean, you have to. It's not about one race win. It's about being consistent over the whole season. If he wins like the rest of the races, I mean, I can still get. If he wins all the races and I get P2, I think that would still be pretty strong. So I'd only be losing 7 points, 7-8 points, depending on who gets fastest lap. But either way, I think it's more about being consistent. If I can beat Rover, that's absolutely amazing. But if I can't, I'd still be happy with that, considering his absolutely outstanding pace. I mean, I'd be happy to be keeping up with him, let alone be beating him at quite a lot of the tracks we have upcoming.
Yeah, he's a bit of a latecomer, isn't he, this season? So
yeah.
But you never know. It is a long season, and you know, I guess at this point you've got a comfortable lead, but that could all change. But hopefully not for your sake. Hopefully you can run away with this one. But I mean, from our point of view, we want to see a battle, and I think Joel in chat was saying, I hope Luke dies in this race,
Oh,
just to give us
cheers.
a, but
Thanks for that.
just to give us a closer championship. And I was like, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to. All I really want is to just have fun, just battle with quite a lot of people, like I did. Stitch. I think that before the pit stops was that. But yeah, all I really want is if I just won every race, then I wouldn't feel satisfied with the championship. If I battle hard for the championship and know that I've driven my best and can do everything that I really ideally wanted, then I'd be absolutely happy and I'd be a lot more content and satisfied with the championship if I win it, of course.
Yeah, you want to feel
So
like you've earned it, yeah.
yeah, you can't, but you can't feel so confident instantly. You have to keep delivering the performances that you want and just keep consistent, just keep driving well, and then if you've done the best you feel you can, then there's nothing to be disappointed with.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that myself. I'm a P10 kind of guy, but yeah, I can imagine what it must be like, you know. But
P10
listen,
for a whole season. P10 for
yeah,
a whole season still gets you 21 points.
yeah, and I think how many points have I got at the minute in SLRing? It's like 18 points, so yeah, not doing too bad. The old boy still got it, yeah. Although if you watch the race today, you wouldn't be thinking that. You'd be like,
24 points, Chief.
oh, 24, I can retire this. Job's a good one. But look, I'm gonna move on to we're gonna go to Stitch after speak to you. So we will speak to you again soon. I'm sure you're always up there on the podium. So we'll speak to you soon. Okay, mate.
Yeah, see you then.
All right.
Bye.
All the best. So there we go. That was Luke, and we're going to bring in the driver of, well, one of the drivers of the day is Stitch. I'm not sure if we've spoken before, but Stitch, you're joining us in the commentary channel. How are you today, sir?
I'm great.
Yeah, well, that was a fine performance from you. Very, very strong. I mean, do you like the wet conditions? Is it something you favor, or?
I hate the wet conditions,
Oh,
honestly.
Really?
Yes. I was scared that I was going into the wall like for the whole 15 minutes, was it? So yeah. But I kept it on track, so I'm happy.
And the only person on the track today without any penalties. So yeah, you're actually our driver of the day as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I knew I had to keep it clean because yeah, many people are actually getting penalties on this track because it's really easy to get penalties. So I knew that if I kept it clean, I could get a good position. So
Yeah, well,
that's what I did.
we were talking there at the end of the stream. I know there's not an official driver of the day, but we called yourself. We give it to you and to Rover because Rover obviously won the race, but he did so in emphatic fashion. And you, sir, got 0 penalties today, which is quite the achievement considering if you look at the final results there, pretty much everybody got a penalties. In fact, one person got so many penalties that at the very last corner of the very last lap, they got disqualified.
Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really a pity.
Yeah.
One of the Renaults got disqualified right on the at the last possible moment, pretty much.
In the last by the close to Wall of Champions.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. He just got that last.
He got a penalty there. He had I think 27 seconds already before that, and if you get up to 30, you're gonna get disqualified, and he hit it just that. So.
Oh my god, yeah.
So the next track is it France? Am I
Yeah, I think so.
really? Oh, okay. Well, how do you feel about if it is France? How do you feel about that track? Is that one you favor?
No, it's not. It's not a good track for me actually, but I hope I can like turn the tide and get a good setup so I can actually fight at the front again. So yeah, I will try to do that this week.
Cool beans. And you know what? I am actually thinking I like France a lot as a track, and if
Yeah,
possible, maybe
would be
you
fun to have you on track.
might see Ocean Chief on track for this one if there's a space for me.
Ooh.
Yeah. So watch out if you're in
But,
P10. I'm gonna be there or thereabouts.
Okay, nice. Looking forward to it.
Yep. But yeah, we'll
yeah,
speak
maybe
again.
we could do, a commentary team could do a stint on the track once this season. Let's
Live
see if we can take
commentary.
each other out again, Chief. We did that once this season, so
Well, you
in
say
France.
yeah, take each other.
Yeah,
It was me doing the
Well,
taking
yes,
out.
yeah, but anyway,
yeah, like Crofty, but then on track.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Tune in next week. Hopefully it happens. Yeah. In SLR, we're doing a thing
we'll
where we
see.
do like a guest slot for the lowest tier. We're gonna bring in like someone from the higher tiers and put them in the tier 4. So
Yeah.
it's probably something similar to that, only the other way around. You guys are all pretty high caliber, and put an old boy in there. See what happens. Yeah, I look forward to that anyway. So hopefully, maybe maybe be sharing a track with you soon. But Stitch, thanks for joining us on the chat. We'll get speaking to you again soon, I'm sure. Um, we will catch you on the other side, dude.
Thank you guys.
No worries.
Have a
All the
nice
best.
night.
See you. Bye bye bye. All right. So let's have a look. Who else we got? We got Kimmy Ryan here. Have we have spoke to him before, haven't we?
Yeah, this fixed his mic again. He's had that problem that we've seen him on BC, but he can't speak.
Yeah. We'll try anyway. So
Yeah.
Kimmy Ryan, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Yes, I think so.
Hey, happy
Yeah.
days. There we
There we
go.
go. Finally.
Yeah. Finally, yeah.
Yep.
See you soon.
So how was that race for you? I know there's some issues came up there, but you did very well considering. Yeah, just talk us through your race.
Yeah, I think at the start with a restart was strange, and then at the second start we actually did the start. I was a little late on the throttle and misjudged the braking into turn 1. There was I think you had that on, if I have that. And yeah, then further into the race, me and Vexit were in the battle with Stitch, and yeah, it was. I'm always quite struggling in the wet here in 2019. Was quite much better in 2018, and yeah, they're in the race, misjudged. She missed the braking points a few times, and then wrong, and so came out in front of me after his pit stop. He was a bit laggy, to be honest, but I don't give that to him. So I got foaming damage and had to pit a second time, and that was game over for anything further than P4. So I think that's pretty much.
Yeah, that front wing damage, were you tempted to stay out, or did you realize that, like, no, I'm going to lose too much time here, or I need to get this fixed?
As it came up the first time, I actually was talking in a chat, and I said it's quite okay. So it's this bright yellow front wing damage. We just about clipped the front wing, and it was drivable actually in the rain. In the dry, I would have said I need to change that. But as I hit Safso twice, it got to dark orange, and then I was thinking about I need a pit because I got the gap behind, and I was trying to go for the fastest lap in the end. So that, yeah.
Yeah, well, good job, man. Anyway, like I say, you had that gap behind you, thankfully, so you were able to pit and hold position. That fastest lap, though, yeah, someone else had had other things in mind. I don't know how he did it, but I think it was actually Luke got the fastest lap at the
Yeah,
end
the final lap. Yeah.
on the final lap. Like, Come
Yeah, I don't
on.
know how those guys do that on those old tires. I'm I'm sure I would not have been able to do that myself.
Kimmy, what's it like having Luke as your teammate? Is it inspiring you to do better things, or is it a bit demoralizing? This guy just wins every race, so pretty much.
So from last year on, so I've been here for the whole first season as well, and to see him win all the races there in the past season, as Rover wasn't there, and he won the championship by what 70 points already there. It was quite demoralizing, and then we got to the next season, now to the new season, to season 2. Considering I've not been there last year a lot of times, and still got I think P4, 5 in the championship there. Okay, we can do that. We'll watch out for the first, and then as we got to Australia without strange rain, and that P1 and 2 that was quite nice. I can challenge him as we had the same strategy. We put it on the same lap for the same tires, and we had pretty much the same pace. Okay, he had the disconnect. That's what compromised him there. But in the end, the pace on the medium tires were quite the same. And now in the further races till now, actually, it's cheering me on a little bit to get over myself, get myself worked, do the strategy, do the setup, and try and get the races correct, and do as many good points as possible when I can, and as little penalties and mistakes as possible.
Yeah, well, it's certainly working out
I'm,
for
I'm,
you,
su- I'm
Kimmy.
sure we'll, yeah, I'm sure we'll see you there up there because you're not far, and there will be that one day when those from the top front runners make a mistake as well. So yeah,
Yeah, I actually hoped it would be Monaco last, and then we in the race for that first pit stop, and then I thought today it's going to be Canada when it was dry. I think I could have actually challenged for the win with Rover there and Brexit, and then it got wet. That's dry because these two are actually the strongest tracks I have.
Yeah.
So latestly in Germany, I can try again, I think. But if, as you say, ice as does a mistake in the front, I hope to be there and take the win there, or at least a podium or something.
I have to ask you, Kimmy, about that lap one, the turn one incident. Almost cost you the race, or almost cost you the drive in the race because you kind of came in hot on the inside and made it free wide for turn one. And I think Luca was involved in that, and Luke on the outside as well. So it kind of, I think,
actually Rover and Luke.
oh, Rover and
Yeah,
Luke. Okay,
Rover and Luke.
and I wonder, is that what caused the safety car then? Because we didn't see any other incidents on track.
I don't know. Actually, as I said, I just been the start, missed the breaking into turn one. I got on the inside of Stitcher of and cut the corner there actually. So surprisingly, warning. But right as we got into turn two, there was safety car, and I thought, what? Who's crashed here? But I don't really know actually what that was for, because we didn't hit. I didn't have wing damage from that. Just Luke was saying, "Oh, oh no, that was me." I think as he Rover tried to move out of the way, and I think hit Luke. Uh,
Yeah, it was definitely a strange one. It kind of reminded us of Baku. It's a bit of a mystery as to what actually caused it, but I think it was the only safety car of the session, thankfully. So yeah, it's good to get talking to you, Kimmy. And yeah, as Ice was saying there, I'm sure we're going to see you in the top step pretty soon. So no doubt we'll be speaking to you in the commentary booth in the coming weeks. But yeah, keep up what you're doing. Good stuff, man.
yeah,
And
thanks.
yeah,
So
and
hope
thanks
to
for joining.
see you again. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, I was just gonna say thanks for joining us on stream. I appreciate it. It's good to finally talk to you.
yeah, Good that finally my mic is working properly here. So
Yeah, we're
hope to
taking
do
a
that more
take,
often.
take a bit of a risk there bringing you in, but yeah, thankfully got your mic fixed. So yeah, we'll speak to you soon, okay, man? Thanks for joining us here.
Yeah.
And unless we want to speak to Luca, I think that would round us up. Yeah, I think we'll just close it out there. I think.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Luca, he's not. Yeah, he's no
I
one.
think we'll be all right to
Yeah,
wrap it up with this.
he's a bit shy, is Luca. I think he doesn't really like to come on the.
Did talk to him once, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring him in if he gets on the podium, I guess. But yeah,
Yep.
that rounds it out for this week. So a great race here from the guys. Wet conditions, but plenty of action on track, and it looks like next week will be France. And
Yep.
yeah, I'm very much looking forward to
Would be
that.
fun to do a commentator stint on the track as well, but I don't know if we're both gonna get spots for that. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah, that'd be good. That'd be
Maybe we
good.
can talk to Luke about that.
Yeah, we'll just get him to remove these guys like Bog and only kidding,
Yeah.
only kidding. Anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, that runs it out for another week at HTAR. Follow us again. We're obviously hit like and subscribe if you can to show your support for the stream. And of course, we'll be back next week with another round of France. Thanks for joining us. And it was myself, Ocean Chief, and Icewind on the mic once again. Hopefully, you will hear us again on the mic pretty soon, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up for now. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. All the best. Bye bye.